Hello students, so in this video I'll be discussing about the five kingdom classification. So all the living organisms, they are classified into five kingdoms. As you know, kingdom is the highest taxon in the taxonomic hierarchy. So uh, for classification of anything you need certain basis, and based on certain characteristic we can classify. So the first characteristic that we take for classifying living organism is whether the cells are prokaryotic cells or whether the cells are eukaryotic cells. If the cells are prokaryotic cells, then we classify the organisms under kingdom Monera. Now this kingdom Monera consists of organisms like bacteria, cyanobacteria, which we commonly call blue-green algae, but actually they are not algae. Since algae are actually plants, they are cyanobacteria. Since they contain pigments similar to algae, that's why they are called blue-green algae. Then we have PPLO, pleuropneumonia like organisms, and we have mycoplasma, which are regarded as the smallest living organisms, smaller than even bacteria. So all these organisms are under kingdom Monera. Next we come to organisms which are eukaryotic in nature. The cells are eukaryotic. So the eukaryotic organisms which are unicellular, they are placed under the kingdom Protista, and the eukaryotic organisms which are multicellular, they lead to further classification. So those organisms which are unicellular and eukaryotic, they are placed under kingdom Protista. Protista kingdom is a very diverse kingdom because it will contain organisms which looks like animal, organisms which looks like plant, organisms which behaves like fungi. So there are different kinds of organism. So it's a very diverse, or a kingdom having lots of variety, but the only common thing between all of them is that they are unicellular and eukaryotic. So the different groups under Protista are like chrysophytes, which contains organisms like diatoms. Then we have dinoflagellates. Then we have euglenoids, which contains euglena. We have slime molds. These are fungi like organisms. And protozoans like amoeba, paramecium, they are under this group. So that is kingdom Protista. Next we have multicellular eukaryotic organisms. So the next criteria will be whether the cells have a cell wall or they do not have a cell wall. So if no cell wall and they are multicellular and eukaryotic, we place them under the kingdom Animalia. So further classification I will discuss in another video, since that is given in more details in class 9 course. So, and those organisms which have a cell wall, they are further classified based on another criteria, that whether they are heterotrophic or they are autotrophic, means their mode of nutrition. So if the organisms are heterotrophic, they have a cell wall, they are multicellular eukaryotic organisms, we place them under the kingdom fungi. So kingdom fungi also has four groups, which are like Phycomycetes, Basidiomycetes, Ascomycetes and Deuteromycetes. These are the four groups under fungi. Details are there in class 11 course. And those organisms which are autotrophic means they can manufacture their own food and they have a cell wall, they are multicellular eukaryotic, they are placed under the kingdom Plantae, which includes all the plants. So this also I'll be discussing in details in the next video. So we can see, based on different criteria like type of cell, number of cell, whether the cells have a cell wall or not, and what is the mode of nutrition. Based on this we can classify the living organisms into five kingdom, that is Monera, Protista, fungi, Plantae and Animalia. And this five kingdom classification was given by scientist Robert H. Whittaker. So this was the scientist who gave or proposed this five kingdom classification, which is still accepted worldwide. Thank you.